I was researching for the Hanja episode today, and I came to this library. The problem is there's a lot of people around here, so we have to be very quiet. So, sorry. Really sorry about this. It won't turn off. Okay, everyone just left. I guess we don't have to be quiet here. First of all, what is Hanja? So Hanja is actually from Chinese. This comes from Han, as in the Han dynasty of China, and cha, which means character. Over 60% of the Korean language today is actually Chinese. Now, this is debatable, the exact percentage. Kind of like saying that English has lots of Latin words in it. Not the language itself, but the vocabulary, the words are from Chinese. Hangul, the alphabet we use today, well, it was made in the 1400s, but people didn't actually even use it much. It's only been really commonly used for a few hundred years. Before Hangul was invented, people didn't have a way of writing the Korean language for regular people. There were some systems of writing Korean before Hangul existed, but they were basically Romanization that used Chinese characters. And we're not going to be talking about that. That was actually what I did my thesis report on in college. If you were one of the very educated and wealthy people in Korea, then you would simply write using Chinese. So if you were to go and look at old Korean documents, and they're all just written in Chinese. The oldest thing in Korean that you can read is the document called Hunmin Jeongeum. This is the oldest thing in Hangul you could read, and anything prior to that was written just with Chinese. During this time, even when Hangul came around, people still weren't really using it that much. Koreans today, though, still learn Hanja, about 1,800 Chinese characters. That doesn't mean that a Korean you meet will know 100,800 characters. It means they have learned those, technically. I'd say the average Korean will at least know a few hundred. Hanja started in China before 1200 BC. For example, this character in Hanja means mountain, and Koreans today read it as san. In 1200 BC, they weren't typing on computers and doing fonts, of course. These characters are representative of some sort of concept. In ancient Chinese, this would have been written a few different ways, maybe something like this. Over time, maybe they said, oh, I can just write it like this. Oh, I can just write it like this. And that's how these characters kind of evolved. So Chinese characters originally represented concepts. So this is the Chinese character that means sun, il. You don't have to learn how to write this. If you learn that the character for sun is just read as il, that's all you have to do and you're done. So if you learn a character in Korean, you only have to learn it once. Sometimes two sounds. For example, this is the Chinese character that means not, and this is pronounced as bu, for example, the word 부정하다, but it's also 불, as in 불법. But you don't have to memorize like a ton of different random readings to read it. It's going to only have one or sometimes two readings to it. The other thing I want to talk about is how did Chinese get into Korea? The main thing that brought Hanja and Chinese into Korean wasn't just them being located together. What it was Buddhism, actually. Specifically during the Three Kingdoms period in Korea, when there was Goguryeo, Baekje, and Silla. Korea was divided into three major kingdoms, as well as a couple other small ones. Buddhism was brought over originally from India, then through China, and then China brought it over into Korea, and then Korea actually brought it over into Japan. And Buddhism was using Chinese characters through how popular it was in China as well. And that brought over Buddhist text. So you get this big explosion of everyone now in Korea, more than before, using Hanja for regular things. People who are educated. I wanted to show you how common Hanja is. A lot of Korean grammar actually uses Chinese. For example, the forms 전에 and 후에. And it actually comes from a Chinese character read in Korean as 전, which means before. There are other characters that also sound like 전 that have different meanings, but if you see a word that has 전 in it, it might be before. If you say something happens, 직전, it means right before. 직 is actually like right, directly. So directly and then before. So here's the word 여자친구 with 전 attached. So you might be able to guess, oh, before girlfriend, or even 전 남자친구, before boyfriend, which means yes, ex-boyfriend. The other grammar form, 위해, like 하기 위해, in order to do something. This is a character that's read as we. So if you see we something, you might be able to guess that it means for the purpose of. So there's Chinese hidden all over Korean. Another example is verbs. Anytime you have a verb that has a noun followed by 하다, and it's an action verb, 공부하다, 운동하다, 요리하다. These are just straight Chinese words. They're all from Chinese. There are a few exceptions. But anyway, where is Hanja used then? When do you even need to use Hanja? So if you're filling out any sort of official document in Korea and it's not in English, it's going to use Hanja in it. Any books or texts especially before 1900s. Do you need Hanja to speak Korean? No, you don't. There you go. You do, however, need Hanja if you're going to expect to read and write Korean, especially reading it. If you want to learn advanced vocabulary, you could learn Hanja and accelerate this a lot faster. Still appears today in a lot of things. You'll see Hanja used a lot in newspapers today for certain things. Numbers, country names, or people's names. You'll also see it used in advertisements. Next time you go to Korea, take some pictures of the advertisements. You might be able to locate some Chinese characters used in these regular modern day advertisements. Like, for example, I saw a advertisement for a clinic. Then they did a nose surgery there and they had the Chinese character for nose. They like redrew it to look like a person's nose. They have a lot of beauty advertisements where they use the character me, which means beauty. Are you satisfied with your me? And then it'll say like, take care of you. It's kind of like using it as a pun. So now we are done with the intro. Let's get into our first Hanja. You might know the ones 1, 2, 3. First, to learn the numbers 1 to 10. These are the most important numbers that you should know. Book chapters, volume numbers for dictionaries. You'll see these used all the time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Also, you want to learn the days of the week. 월요일, 화요일, 수요일, 목요일, 금요일, 토요일, 일요일. 월 actually means moon. 화 is fire. 수 is water. 목 is tree or wood. 금 is gold. 토 is like earth or dirt. And 일 is sun. You also want to know how to write the days of the week as well as reading them. But if you don't know how to do that, you get still 90% of the benefit if you only know what the sound is of the characters and what the sound means. So if you only learn that 월 means moon, 화, fire, 수, water, 목, tree, 금, gold, 토, earth or dirt, 일, sun, you'll still get almost all of the benefit of knowing Chinese characters. You just wouldn't be able to read them if you saw them on a sign. The next thing that you really want to make sure that you know is country names. Country names are actually a combination of 2 different characters. The first character will be part of the country's name from Chinese, combined with the Chinese character for country, 국. If you see a word that ends in 국, most likely going to mean it's from the Chinese word country. 중국, meaning China. So that's why you get 중국, 미국, 한국. But not every country. You also get 일본, Japan, or 독일, Germany, like that. 중, this is for China. So learn that 중 is China. 일, for sun, is Japan. 한, if you're reading a newspaper, these are the most likely characters that you're going to see. They'll simply show the character for the country and then they'll talk about it. But they'll just refer to it as 일 or Han from Hankook, Korea, because this is much shorter and it sounds more fancy. So we're going to be learning some Hanja actually today. First Hanja character that we're going to learn is 대, and it means big. If you see a word that starts with the sound 대, it might be a word that means big something. For example, the word 학교, and it means school. 대학교 actually is literally big school, college or university. 중 means middle. 중국 literally means middle country. 중학교 literally means middle school. This one is 소, and 소 means small. A really common place when you'll see these 3 characters is in a menu on a restaurant. This is what you'll see on the menu. 탕수육, 대, 중, 소. So a large, a medium, and a small. The next one is high, 고. 고등, and 등 just means level. 고등학교 means high school, or literally high level school. This one is 급. 급 means a skill level. So 고급 means literally high skill level or advanced. 중급, medium level. And that's actually the correct word for intermediate. This one's 초. 초 means begin, or like elementary. So you could say 초급, beginning level. Let's go back to our school example. We want to say elementary school, 초등학교. So now you've only learned 학교 once, and now you knew 대학교, 고등학교, 중학교, and 초등학교. This one is 출, exiting. 구 just means a mouth, or like an opening. 출구 is the regular word for an exit. This one is 입, and it means enter. If you see a word and it has 입 in it, you can guess it has something to do with entering, going in somewhere. So what do you think the word 입구 means? Yes, that's right, entrance. What if you were to see this word? What do you think 출입구 means? So it's an opening, it's a place for entering and exiting. I guarantee you've never seen this word before unless you're advanced. 출국하다, can you guess what this word means? To go abroad, to leave the country. Yep, exit country. If you see a word that has 주, or 월 or 년 or 일, you can guess that it has something to do with day, week, month, or year. I'm going to teach you 4 new words by only telling you one character. 매. And it means each or every. You've only learned one character, 매, means every. Now you can learn 4 new words that you're going to easily memorize. Every day, every week, every month, every year. This is 남. And 남 means man. And this character actually is just pronounced as 녀, but it's just read as 여 at the start of a word. So this one means woman. Another common character is 자. We're not going to talk about it, but 자 just means a type of a person. 남자 means literally a man person. 여자, a woman. Just 남 and 여 by itself, though, also can be used with other characters to mean a male or a female version of that. How would you say male student? Take a guess. 남학생. That's right. And now you could also say 여학생. 남동생, 여동생 are also from here. 동생 meaning a younger sibling. 왕 means king. Specifically, 왕 is just male king. But what if you wanted to say a queen? 여왕. Do you know King Sejong? You probably heard his name. Sejong 대왕. What do you think 대왕 means? Take a guess. 대, great as in large. 왕, 대 as in great, the great king. 인 means a person. 한국인, 미국인. 한, country, person. 거, that means gigantic. Then what do you think the word 거인 would mean? 거인 is the regular word for a giant. This one is 무, and it means to not exist. If a word starts with 무, it means this is non-existent. There is a hanja with the sound 요. When it's at the beginning of the word, it's only read as 요. This 요 actually means a fee, like an amount that you have to pay. If I told you the word 무료, you could guess 무료 means no fee. And this is actually the word for free. 조건 means a condition. You can attach 무 here, no condition. In English, we would say unconditionally. The next one, 유. This one means to exist. What's the opposite of 무료? Now you know that the word 유료 literally means it has a cost. Not for free, I guess. People have asked me a lot, how do I look up hanja? Really the easiest way to do that is just looking it up online. Drawing it. Okay, now I gotta get out of this library. I think they're gonna close in here.